This is Chris Wooten with Wooten Injury Law in Huntsville, Alabama. Today we're going to talk about a question that we answer all the time, which is what are the things that you can actually claim that you could be compensated for if you've been injured in an accident in Alabama? First of all, it's your medical expenses. This is all reasonable and necessary medical expenses that are incurred as a result of the injuries from the wreck. Basically, that means if you're in a car wreck or any accident, if you hurt your back, you can't get compensated for medical expenses for your tennis elbow that was pre-existing, didn't have anything to do with the accident. But when the law talks about reasonable and necessary, that's important because it has to be things that a medical provider in Alabama and an Alabama judge and jury are going to say, yeah, that's the kind of care that you should have for this type of injury in this type of accident. And the medical expenses, it both includes what you pay out of pocket and also what your insurance company, your health insurance company pays if you do have health insurance. So both of those things need to be taken into account. The next thing that you're entitled to compensation for if you've been injured in an accident is your lost wages. And that is for any time that you're out of work, either because a medical provider says, hey, you're too hurt to work, or because you have a supervisor that says you can't be here right now because you're hurt. Basically, you've got to prove that you're unable to unable to work due to your injuries. Any lost wages that you have, lost income, or if you've got sick leave or earned time off that you have to use for your injuries from the accident, instead of using them for flu season or for your family vacation, you're entitled to compensation of either the money actually out of your pocket or for any accumulated leave or sick time that you had to use. Next, and often most importantly, the law says you should be compensated for physical pain and suffering. That's just how much it hurts and how much it's gonna hurt until you get better. A lot of times that can be one of the most important things. And also the law says you should be compensated for mental anguish or emotional suffering, which is the disruption in your life that comes with a significant injury. The analogy that I like to use is it's like your life is a pond. When you suffer an injury, it's like somebody throws a rock into that pond and it ripples out and it affects your work, it affects your personal life, it affects your family, your friends, your hobbies, your total quality of life. Now, over time, as you move on from the injury and you heal, hopefully those ripples will subside. But in the meantime, the law says you should be compensated for that. Now, lastly, what is seen in rare cases where a defendant is reckless or wanton under the law, such as with a drunk driver, the law says that punitive damages may come into play, and that is extra money that a defendant is made to pay in order to make an example of them and punish them, basically to show that the type of behavior that they were engaged in is unacceptable in the community. So if you or someone you care about has been injured in an accident and you have questions about what are your rights and what can you be compensated for, you should contact an attorney today.